Okay, this is TA, and now I will teach you the chapter 5, how to do the perpetual and period inventory system. So we will do by all the questions, almost all the questions teacher asks you to practice. So now, let me find my pen. We will move on for the chapter 5 and exercise 5-8. Okay, so now you can see this question. The ending inventory per perpetual record is 21,600, but the ending inventory actually on hand is 21,000. This is a question point. And let's see what they ask first. A. Prepare a necessary adjusting entry for the inventory. Okay, so now we know if we use the perpetual system, it means we record the goods when we buy it in or when we sell it out. So we will have an accounting account name is inventory, but you know there is always something happen. Maybe the goods is stolen, or the goods is eaten by the mouse, or something happens. So the actual number maybe sometimes will not the same as the record on our accounting books. So that's why there is on the book. Now for the question on the book, the number is 21,600, but the real number is 21,000. So how can we adjusting this 600? We will think like this, because the goods is actually for sale. So we will think, how can we do with this 600? We will think we already sell it, but we didn't receive any cash. So do you remember how to do the selling journalized by the perpetual system? Here is, when we sell the goods, there is cash come in or account receivable. Then our sales revenue, then cost of goods sold, and inventory become less. So we won't do this one because we didn't receive any cash from these 600 goods. So our cost of goods sold is 600 and the inventory is 600. This is how you do the adjusting for the question A. Okay, so now we check the question B. Prepare the necessary closing entry. So how do we do the closing entry? Actually, this is for the chapter 4. I will only explain here because it's very easy. You need to remember the first. The closing is for the revenue, for the dividend, for the expense, and for the dividend. Okay, so all of them need to go to the retained earning. But accounting people, they are very careful. So they will do each one by one along it is plus or minus. So we do these two first. We will put it in the income summary. We create this account, just want to make sure this number is correct. Then we will do the income summary with dividend to the return earning. So you don't need to worry about this is usually on the debit side or credit side. Actually, it depends on revenue and expense, which one is bigger. So let me give you an example. For example, revenue usually is on the credit side. So the credit side of revenue is A, the number is A, and the number of expense is B here. So the income summary will be equal to, you need to be careful. Here is real number, right? And now we are going to do the adjusting with this red pen. So from the red pen, it's closing. From the red pen is closing. Don't get confused, okay? So here, if you put A on debit side, you need to put A on credit side also. If you put B on the credit side, you need to put B on the debit side also. Okay? Can you understand? So, teacher didn't ask us to do the T account this time. So for writing like this, from the A to A, you need to write like sales, revenue, and the income summary for A and A. Okay? And from B to B, you need to write the income summary and expense. From this expense to income summary. So at the exam, you only need to write this one, or not this. You only need to write this one, not the T account, but it can help you to think if you have problem. Okay, so we are now talking about the income summary, which side you should write. It depends on, because, you know, if the debit side of the debit side represent positive, the credit side will represent negative. So the opposite is same, okay? So we will use any side, the bigger one to minus the smaller one. For example, now my revenue is bigger than expense, so the A will be bigger than B. So now I will write A minus B. If the situation is another one, like the B is bigger than A, then I will write on this side, okay? Okay, so now how do we transfer this number from the income summary to the return earning? It's the same. Return earning is one accounting account in the equity. So usually it will be here. I want you to remember this because sometimes I'm worried maybe you do something wrong here. But you need to remember, if our company revenue bigger than expense, meaning we are earning the money. So if revenue is bigger than expense, this situation, usually the number of income summary will go to the credit side of return earning. Okay, if you can understand this idea, can help you to check the answer. Okay, so now we are doing the second step with the purple pen. So now it's A minus B. This number, because we need to put the income summary to 0 also. Here is 0 already and 0. Okay, so now we will put it to 0 by writing the same number here to make it balance. Okay, if you write A minus B on the debit side, we need to write A minus B on credit side also. Okay, so now is the dividend. You will go directly to the return earning. So if the number of dividend is C here, then we will write a C on the credit side to put it 0 and write a C on the debit side. Okay, so totally the return earning will the same as, because there is a beginning return earning also. Okay, so if there is beginning, you need to write the beginning plus A minus B minus C will be, this one will be the ending inventory, the ending return earning. Okay, so now we check the questions. How can we do the return earning? Okay, so we put all the revenue and the expense at different side. Be careful, the flight out is one kind of expense also. Okay, so now we will do